Two breaking stories out of Pittsburgh have fans caught between excitement and anxiety. Jonnu Smith is in, Jalen Ramsey too, and even Aaron Rodgers is part of the picture. But what really got people talking isn't just about who joined the team. While some analysts are already throwing shade at the Steelers' moves, another major name on the current roster found himself at the center of swirling rumors no one expected at this point in the offseason. The front office reacted fast. But is that enough? If you're a true Steelers fan, hit that like button now, because today's video is packed. The Steelers made waves with a blockbuster move, reeling in tight end Jonnu Smith and superstar corner Jalen Ramsey in a trade that's got Pittsburgh buzzing. Even though the rumor mill had been churning for weeks, it still felt like a curveball when the deal dropped. With two proven vets now on board, fans are hyped, and for good reason. This roster is already looking much more stacked, and these additions could take it to another level. But hey, not everyone's drinking the Kool-Aid just yet. One of the skeptics? FS1's Nick Wright, who didn't hold back on first things first. He zeroed in on Jonnu Smith, saying, "I guess I do not value Jonnu Smith maybe the way you guys do. I think that Jonnu Smith is a replaceable player." Yikes. That's a bold take, especially after the season Smith just had. Now, to be fair, Jonnu's not some random plug-and-play guy. This dude's a veteran, he's tough as nails, and he brings serious versatility. Sure, he can block like your classic tight end, but he's also a legit receiving threat, and that's where he shines. Just look at what he did last year with the Dolphins. 88 catches, 884 yards, 8 touchdowns. That's Pro Bowl-level production, and he wasn't just a safety valve. He was the guy in Miami's offense at times, averaging 10 yards a grab and rewriting the Dolphins' record books for tight ends. Wright's argument is that those numbers were inflated because the Dolphins were banged up and needed Smith to step up. Maybe, but that doesn't explain away the tape. Jonnu made plays, plain and simple, and now he's rolling into Pittsburgh, ready to be another weapon for none other than Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, that Aaron Rodgers. The Steelers might already have some solid tight ends, but Smith's unique skill set adds another layer of creativity and unpredictability to the offense. And here's the kicker. Smith isn't stepping into some unfamiliar system. Steelers OC Arthur Smith knows him really well from their days in Tennessee, where he coached Jonnu as the tight ends coach and later as OC. That history matters. Arthur Smith already knows how to unlock Jonnu's full potential, and that chemistry could be a game changer. Bottom line, Jonnu Smith isn't some flashy name pickup with nothing behind it. He's a proven contributor with a versatile game, and he's walking into a familiar system with a top-tier QB. The fit might not be perfect out the gate, and yeah, there's valid debate about usage. But if the Steelers play this right, they've got themselves one of the most dynamic tight end rooms in the league, and a serious offensive threat ready to make noise in 2025. And if Jonnu Smith's arrival already shook things up, the latest twist involving TJ Watt just dropped, and it's the kind of update that could change a lot more than people think. So here's where we stand in the TJ Watt saga, folks. Despite all the swirling rumors and speculation about a possible trade, the Steelers are standing firm. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, Pittsburgh has zero intention of sending Watt anywhere, and that message hasn't changed, even with Watt clearly wanting a monster extension. NFL insider James Palmer backed that up with some strong words on Bleacher Report, essentially shutting down the idea of a Watt trade. He said, "Some people have talked about, do they end up trading him? I don't see that. I don't think anybody I've talked to sees that. And honestly, it makes total sense when you look at the big picture. The Steelers are going all in for 2025. They're not worried about future draft picks. They're trying to win now. Trading Watt for a pick in 2026? That doesn't help Aaron Rodgers sling it to DK Metcalf in January. Speaking of Metcalf, don't forget, Pittsburgh just handed him a 5-year, $150 million bag. They signed 41-year-old Rodgers to lead the offense, brought in Jalen Ramsey to lock things down in the secondary, and added Pro Bowl tight end Jonnu Smith. This team isn't planning for the future. They're loading up to go deep in the playoffs right now. That's not exactly the blueprint for shipping off your best defensive player. And Watt isn't just some pretty good player. According to ESPN's latest insider survey, he's the #2 edge rusher in the entire league for 2025, trailing only Myles Garrett. That's elite company. Garrett, by the way, just signed a 4-year deal worth $160 million with a jaw-dropping 123.5 base beaters guaranteed. So yeah, you better believe Watt's camp is pointing to that deal in contract talks. Palmer added another dose of realism. Even if a team wanted to trade for Watt, pulling it off this late in the game would be next to impossible. You'd need a squad with the cap space to throw $40 million a year at him, plus enough draft capital to make Pittsburgh blink, and you'd have to be one superstar away from a title. That list? Basically a couple of teams max. So, as Palmer put it, anything's possible. But a Watt trade? Practically dead in the water. Bottom line, this situation might get a little rocky heading into training camp on July 23rd. Watt might not have his extension by then, but don't expect the Steelers to flinch. He's too valuable. They're too committed to this season, and trading him now would be the ultimate self-sabotage. For better or worse, Pittsburgh and Watt are riding this thing out together. For now, the Steelers are clearly all in on winning now. No talk of rebuilding, but bold moves come with risk, and 2025 could go either way. If you enjoy this kind of analysis, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any major Steelers updates.